Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we got a fun deck chock full of new cards from the Avatar set. It's an Ally Aggro deck. And first, please hit that subscribe button below. Really does help the channels. We post daily videos. If you want to be one of the first ones to see them, hit subscribe. Also, if you can, tap that like icon. Does help the channel. All right, let's get into the deck here. This thing is going to eat up your wild cards if you want to make it, because this is just chock full of all the different rares and different ally creatures from the new set here. We'll start here at the bottom here. One casting called Earth Kingdom Protectors. Vigilance. Sacrifice this creature. Another target ally you control gains indestructible until end of turn. You're going to want to protect some of the nicer creatures that you have in your deck for this. Earthen Ally. 1 green. This creature gets +1 for each color among allies you control. And then it does have a Earthbend ability down there. O2. It's gonna be a 2/2 or larger usually when this is on the field, just because of all your other cards. Invasion Reinforcement. This actually provides 2 creatures because you got the 2 casting cost 1/1 flash, which is also nice. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token, which combos really well with the Pole Voyager. This allows you to have some card draw ability. 2 casting cost 2/2. Whenever this creature or another ally you control enters, you gain 1 life. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card. Which means, if you cast Invasion after the Voyager, you get to draw a card and gain 2 life, which is really nice. Striker is really interesting here. It's the only black card in the deck. Or correction, it's the second only black card in the deck. It does have first strike, and whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. Great Divide. This allows you to basically turn all of your creatures into mana sources, which is really nice if you're trying to empty your hand out. Earth King's Lieutenant. This is going to grow your army of allies here. 2 casting cost, trample. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each other ally so you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So the big thing is, if you have a go wide strategy where you have a lot of creatures on board, this thing is awesome. Otherwise, please note that it has trample, so if you drop a lot of allies after this, this king can still get in for a lot of damage, which is awesome. We do have a 1/of the Boiling Rock. 3 cast cost 3/3. Does have firebending. Tap and untapped. Ally you control, exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spent or spell from among those you own exiled with this creature. Gives you a little bit of recursion in your deck. White Lotus Reinforcements. You gives +1/+1 to all your allies, and that's all you got in this deck, which is awesome. And then we have one of the key cards in this deck, the Katara. The Fearless. It has 3 casting cost. If the triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers in additional time. So you can just picture if you have 5 or 6 creatures, then you drop this, you get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on everything. Or this also gets double the +1/+1 counters when you drop an ally. Same thing with drawing cards, or even something like the Striker. We do have it in some of our matches where I have the Striker out, and they try killing it, but we also have the Fearless out, and they take 4 damage for even trying to kill this. Definitely combos with a lot of stuff in the deck. We do have a 1/of the Selfless Commander here. Nice card, Vigilance. You may look at the top card of your library at a time. You may cast ally spells from the top of your library. Kind of like a draw spell in a way in this deck. Just allows you to cycle through your deck a little quicker than you normally would. The other thing here, you can sacrifice it, and creatures you control get +0/+5 and gain indestructible until the end of turn. Really good if they're going to try to do a sweeper. You can just sacrifice this and save your entire team. Wartime Protestors. This has haste. We do have 3 of these. 4 casting cost 4/4. Whenever another ally you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, and it gains haste until the end of turn. Really strong creature in this deck. Otherwise, for the land, that's kind of where this deck really does shine. There's a lot of good lands that work with this, and really this mishmash of all these different colors do not really matter when you're playing 4 of Cavern of Souls, which is really nice when you're playing against the control decks, because they can't counter any of your stuff that you're casting with Cavern of Souls. Really allows you to get those key creatures down, and they don't have a crazy amount of early removal in those decks. At most, they might have a bounce spell, but they have to get up to 4 or 5 land before they can start really sweeping some stuff. So really nice in that. Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop. This one also gives you mana for casting any of your allies you want. Multiversal Passage. Probably one of the weaker lands here because you're going to take damage and you can have to pick a specific color. So you're gonna have to unfortunately bring this in untapped quite a bit of times and take a little damage. You have a Courtyard here, same thing. Get to use allies. Starting Town, I think everybody knows this is a strong card. Drops early, gets to pick any colors that you need to, but unfortunately you do take some damage. Got to make sure that you don't drop this late as well. So you want to prioritize getting those out of your hand as fast as possible. All in all, this is a fun deck. Like I said, you are going to burn through wildcards to make this deck because there is just a ton of rare ally creatures in this deck. So, all right, let's get into the gameplay. All right, we go first. Let's keep this. Do like seeing some of these cards here. Let's get our... Get this out first. Not the greatest lands here, but we'll take it. There we go. That'll help. We have to get our starting town down, though. Okay, we will protect that with our creature. So if they cast removal, we'll have to sack this. Hoping to find a 1-drop ally. Alright, we did not find the 1-drop ally, but... Attack in. I don't think they have instant speed removal. And turn. This does have haste, which is great. Oh, fantastic. Sure. We'll pay 2 life. Let's do this. We can attack in for a lot of damage. Plus it gives us our future allies haste. And turn. They're only going to get up to 4 mana before they're dead. What's nice is this protects anything. Is it indestructible? Good game, good game. Alright, opponent goes first on here. We do have good land. We have good creatures as well. Let's keep the 7. This is a good one to drop early. Okay, we're playing against life gain, it looks like. Still like this one early. We'll probably save this one, then we can double cast. Yeah, unfortunately, we can only cast one of these. So we can draw a card just by casting that turn 3, if we did that. Well, that was not a great draw. We're gaining a little life here. No attacks. So I can draw a card just by dropping this, which is nice. It's an interesting add to that deck. Okay, pass. Resolve my turn. So I can do that, followed by that. guys. Drop that. Follow it with that. We get to draw a card. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, next. No attacks. End turn. Yeah, second one of these is huge. It's going to get rid of our Voyager. Interesting. That's the least one I was too worried about. It could only grow itself, so. Alright, no blocks. That's fine. My turn. Oh, another one of those. Let's see here, I can either do... Let's do double. We'll do green, enter tapped. Get one of these guys out. We'll draw a card. We'll have a really good turn with these two next turn. Next, no attacks. End turn. Okay. That's fine. My turn. Do that. We will cast this, followed by the Earth King. Draw a lot of cards. Oh, do we want more here? So we can do this and start tapping creatures. I don't think we get enough, do we? 1, 2. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do green. And we will do white. Guess that. That was a pretty good turn. And we can Earthbend 5 with this thing too. Want to attack. We're going to say no attacks on this end turn. Okay, that's fine. Resolve. Resolve. Pass. No blocks. Okay, my turn. Okay, we are going to do green. Colorless, colorless. Blue. Black. Red. White. I'm gonna trigger that. Keep this one. Next, no attacks, and turn. Screw our force. Oh, that's actually pretty good for them. I think we need to start attacking in here. Get those guys pretty big. Make this thing massive. No attacks. And turn. I probably could have attacked in actually, because I had this to save it. And technically I still do. Gonna get our creatures massive here. Keep that one. Cast that out. going to hold off on the earthbending till next turn. What I can do is I can attack in that. It's a lot of damage. Talk about a massive army here. Down to 8. Good game. All right, we go first. We got a 1-2, which is really nice. Let's take it. Good land, too. The ally. All right, let's get... another one of these down. I can do that to get the extra land. And then if they don't remove it, we'll have enough to cast those 2 spells together, which will give us an extra card draw. Either that or I just drop this. I think we do the double blockers for that. Oh, I shouldn't say double blockers. This, and then follow it up with this. Will give us a 3/3. We have a good amount of stuff to attack in here next turn with. Really not too worried about the mobilizing. Okay, he might attack in with this. He does. So they're going to grow this. I mean, obviously we're going to block here. Okay, how do we do this? Let's see here. We can cast this, get this out. Can't tap that for land yet. Oh, that's pretty good. Attack in. They want to block, they can do that. Get this out. Should have did that earlier. I didn't want to telegraph, but I was hoping they'd block. Okay. Doesn't have Death Touch, but that's fine. We can give anything we want indestructible. Well, that's neat. So you can block 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, no. Yeah. You're going to attack out. I think think we got him. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Should be -2 after this. -3. All right. Good game. All right. Interesting choice of lands here. We're going to be taking some damage if we keep this. We do have some good cards here. A little protection. Getting the Fearless down before Earth's King is kind of a really big combo in this deck. So we'll keep this. Scornful Striker is a nice one too. I think we'll start with white. We pay 2 life for that. We want to find one other land before we have to drop all 3 of these. In fact, next turn we kind of want to land because we want to we want one of the ally lands so that we can just drop this. That's pretty good. Ally. And get that down. Looks like we might be playing the Gruul deck. Ah, a little different one here. That's fine. Solve. Pass. My turn. Okay, we will do... We already have white. Let's do green. Pay 2 life. We'll get this down. We'll be able to do Earth King next turn. Okay, we're going to have a pretty good turn here. We'll get a double trigger off of the Earth King's Lieutenant. Grow our creatures pretty good. We'll save that. The fact that they even were bothering targeting that tells me they have a lot of stuff going on. Good game. Good game. All right, we go first. This is actually a pretty good starting hand here. We can draw some cards with this. We got a pretty good land here. We will keep this. Ally. This down early. They're playing against blue, so I'm a little bit wanting to get some ally. Can't counter anything we do with this, which is nice. Because we're going to double drop creatures. I think we just go crazy with this and then get the Lieutenant down. We'll be able to get a lot of damage in quickly that way. All attack. In theory, they shouldn't have... guessing it's going to be blue-white, but we'll see. Okay, blue-green, so it's a Simic deck. Okay. Not your normal Simic deck. going to be able to do a decent amount of damage here. I think the real question is, there's some benefit to dropping this first. We're losing 2 damage. I guess we'll pump this up next turn. Let's do this, followed by the Lieutenant. A lot of damage in. Looks like we're going to do 12 damage next turn if they don't do anything. Do white. It's a really good draw, by the way. We do have the counter with that. All right, let's game then. Just drawing cards is not going to do anything to you. Good game. Good game. What a fun deck to play. There's just so many different abilities of these creatures, so it's really neat to be able to play this. All these new cards in this deck, it is fun. If you happen to have all these cards in your collection, I do suggest give this one a whirl. It is a fun deck to play. I was playing it in both Mythic and Diamond, I believe it was, because I recorded this video over a couple days. But all in all, it actually was pretty competitive in both formats. So I was kind of surprised how well this deck really did. Man, the Fearless really did some work in this deck. Really love this card, and it's awesome having this as a backup to protect it. Really nice all in all deck. Enjoyed playing it. I think I'm going to have to look at doing some ally decks in the future because, man, I really enjoy these new cards in this set. So if you could, please hit the subscribe button below. New videos every day. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.